So apparently this woman is calling out Beyoncé for not being a part of her son's life. I didn't know Beyoncé had more kids. But stay tuned. So allegedly, Beyonce's 13-year-old half-brother is on welfare, and the boy asks, "Why doesn't my sister love me?" Y'all, his mom, Miss Alexandria Wright, this woman right here is going on a public tirade, and she's going around bashing Beyonce because she decided to have a baby with Matthew Knowles while he was still married, and she's wondering why she's not entitled to any communication or money or anything from Beyonce. The mother says, "My main concern has been dealing with the child that asks, why doesn't that person love me?" So y'all know we're going to dive into this, right? Y'all know I'm about to give y'all the full rundown. But before we go that far, let's take it back all the way to 2010. All right? As everyone knows, Matthew Knowles was married to Tina Knowles all the way up until 2011. In 2010, he fathered not only one but two children, one of which happens to be Alexandria Wright's son. Now, I'm not going to put her son all over the blogs like she's been doing. I'm going to have a little bit more couth than her. I really don't understand why she's deciding to do that, but let's continue. Despite Matthew fathering two children while he was married to Tina, it actually took them a couple years to finalize their divorce. TMZ reported that Tina initially filed in 2019, but both Tina and Matthew failed to show up for court. So the divorce was dropped and Tina had to file again. The divorce was official and finalized in 2011, but unfortunately for Matthew, that wasn't the only splitting that he had to do in 2011. Beyoncé decided to sever all of her business ties with her father in that same year. Now, y'all know Beyoncé is a very private person, so if anything is going on in her life, she's not going to tell y'all, and I don't blame her, unless she decides to release it in an album. So when fans and everyone else was speculating about her estranged relationship from her father, she just simply said, "I decided to cut business ties with him, but he is still my father, will always be my father, and I will always love him dearly." Despite her denying having an estranged relationship with him, she did not attend his wedding ceremony when he got remarried to his new wife, but she was surprisingly there when her mother got remarried in 2015. Both Tina and Matthew have moved on amicably. If there was problems, obviously there were problems, but we weren't going to hear about it. And I respect them for that. The problem is Matthew decided to go around making multiple kids, and now the baby mamas are looking to Beyonce for a handout. And the reason why I say handout is because when you listen to the interviews that this woman does, she always mentions Beyonce. She talks about Beyonce more than she talks about Matthew. And why doesn't she bring up Solange? Did you forget that he had other siblings? Your son has other siblings. He has Solange, and then apparently he has another half-sibling with another woman. But you don't tend to bring up those people. Somehow Beyonce is the only center of her focus. Why is that? Ma'am, this is who you decided to let get you pregnant, okay? This is who got you pregnant. This man right here. This is who put a seed inside your stomach, and you had a baby with him. So all energy needs to be directed towards him. Bringing up the fact that Blue Ivy got an $80,000 birthday gift and Beyonce lives 10 miles away from you. It's becoming an obsession at this point. Like, did you have a baby with Matthew in the hopes that you and Beyonce would somehow become besties? Are you delusional? I really just want to know. Like, excuse me, y'all. Like, I'm trying to keep it cool. I'm trying to keep it cool, but I really just don't understand. No, she doesn't understand the hurt and pain that she helped cause her family, Beyonce's family. I don't think people really realize the magnitude of cheating and how many people that it hurts. Because although Beyonce hasn't spoken about it, it has to hurt to see your mom hurting. It has to hurt to know that your father didn't have enough dignity and respect to keep in his pants. And then the woman who helped break up a home. I ain't gonna say she broke up a home because we all know it has to be two willing participants. But the woman who helped is coming to the internet looking for tears, looking for sympathy. And what really is aggravating about Matthew is just the type of woman that he chose. This woman, I mean, you look at her and she never looks happy. Even when she's smiling, she never looks happy. It's like a dark energy over her. Her eyes always look sad. She decided to go and post her and her son standing on the corner getting evicted out of a house. Have you no couth? Have you no self-respect? Who decides to get evicted, gets their car repossessed, and say, hey, I'm going to snap some photos and call the outlets and call the paparazzi so they can come over here and talk about how Beyonce's half-brother is getting evicted? Like, be for real. I'm sure that Beyonce will have a relationship with this child when he's an adult. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to deal with his mom. But even if she just decides to not deal with the situation at all, I mean, that's her prerogative. She does not... What if Matthew decided to go out and make 10 children? Do those 10 children then become Beyonce's responsibility? No, they do not. I know if I were in the situation, I'm just the type of person, like, I love family, so I love being around family. So if my father had 10 kids, I mean, I might try to at least have a relationship with 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? But you can't expect that from everyone, especially people in positions of power when they know that people have ulterior motives. The little boy is innocent. He has nothing to do with it, which is why I didn't include his face on this podcast. I didn't include his face in this segment. But his mom had no problem blasting his image all over social media, all over the media. And it's really sad because she's not even thinking about the impact that it could have on her son, how much he could get bullied. You really want him to have that reputation of Beyonce's half-brother, a love child who was poor and got evicted. Do better. That's all I have to say. Do better. I want y'all thoughts and opinions. Comment down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time.